This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. They run it again with Williams. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. In motion goes the tight end. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it. And be under pressure, they got him again. Nolan Smith now
2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped out, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return, it's Kamara. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. To throw is Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, and the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stafford now to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. From the gun, here's Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, and that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, whether they have a much better chance of picking up.
To throw is Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Here's Ethan Evans now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 22. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That is incomplete. So you look at this situation and the relocation. It's worked other places. You've got the two teams in L.A. Until recently, we had two out of the Bay Area. Of course, the two New York teams. Now two teams calling Houston home. And we know that they do things big here in Texas. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now it's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. That is caught. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I didn't like the play. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. Well, this is taken in, and it's complete. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A handoff. Barkley running left. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now Stafford. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Kamara now to return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Rodgers now to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now we give up the middle to Williams.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The Rams on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Nolan Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. How did he stay on his feet? He's still on his feet. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he's got his... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. In motion goes the tight end. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They give it to Williams, running right. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Now 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because actually had another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Brown, 77 yards.
And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Stafford now to throw. Oh, nice move. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw is Stafford. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
The Eagles going to take the first.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ethan Evans on now to punt.
Fielded just inside the 20. Shedding through the defense. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. So we've come to...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The sack cost them only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Rodgers. And Wilson with it, complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing is Rodgers. Touchdown, Eagles.
Chris Watkins.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. From the gun, here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side is...
These guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Stafford. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Play action. Stafford.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Stafford. Short throw. It's Higbee. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Again, it's Stafford. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up the 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Rodgers now to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Rodgers again now.
This one deep for Wilson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
In motion, the tight end. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They just fall short down at the 1-yard line. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Throwing is Stafford.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Motion left, Cup. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Stafford.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Going to look deep for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Rodgers. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Brown halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded in the end zone. No move to bring it out, so it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Taken in at the 22. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very...
And that's caught inside the 35. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one. On the final act of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's the game of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Rams ready to go on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Probably a very strong gain of 24.
That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Out of the gun, Stafford.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. Stafford. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stafford. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rodgers looking to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw. Stafford. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it.